Bring It. Ray of Colours to go stall 4, straight in, no problem. And Just Bring It completes the lineup. This is the Unibet 3 Uniboost Today handicap. We're back over a mile distance here. And Just Bring It to go into stall 2. And then once he's in, they'll be sent on their way. In now, we're ready. They're off, jumping away. 5 runners then for the Unibet 3 Uniboost Today handicap, where Constitution zinged out of the gates to lead early. Ray of Colours and Choicia now going up on the outside, both within a half length of the lead, followed then by Just Bring It, and then after Just Bring It, Tomahawk King, just the back marker, as the 3 front runners rather egg each other on. Constitution Hill been headed now as both Ray of Colours and Choicia go on. Constitution behind those on the rail, and Just Bring It. Rossa Ryan will be hoping that the 2 ahead will just continue to tow him along for much of the race. The back marker is Tomahawk King, who's about 4 to 5 lengths off the front running Ray of Colours. So they head past the half-mile marker and on towards the home straight, with Ray of Colours leading by a length. Choicia in second place. Constitution and Just Bring It to the outside, and Tomahawk King still our back marker. They stretch on then with now just 2.5 furlongs to go. Ray of Colours leading, Choicia under a little bit of pressure, Just Bring It coming down the middle of the track, and then comes Tomahawk King and Constitution. Ray of Colours been headed here by Choicia, but Choicia immediately has Just Bring It to worry about on the stand side. And these 2 open right up now over Tomahawk King. Just Bring It comes to take a narrow lead. Choicia needing to battle back. They're 5 lengths clear as Just Bring It asserts by a half a length. Just Bring It. Another for Rossa Ryan to beat Choicia, and then 4 to 5 back. Tomahawk King in 3rd place.
It's a double for Rossa Ryan here at Kempton as Just Bring It runs out a cosy winner of our Class 4 handicap. Second, Choicia for Ross Coakley, Simon Ed Crisford, and they pulled well clear of Tomahawk King, who never travelled particularly well back in 3rd place. Maybe the race came soon enough, but is a lovely looking son of Harry Angel. It looked to me as though Rossa had the race in control throughout the final furlong. He's won by a narrow margin, but I think he's got a handicap mark to play with. The filly just hung left-handed under pressure, has actually carried our winner across the track a little bit. She's run well off a mark of 84 on handicap debut. And the 2 that are disappointing profiles coming into the race, Ray of Colours and Constitution, haven't really done anything to enhance their profile. But Rossa Ryan always felt like he was going to come out on top, I think, watching that. Lovely strong son of Harry Angel. I think he's the type to only progress with experience and time during his 3-year-old handicapping career, Tom. And that winning margin won't do his handicap mark any harm whatsoever.
It certainly won't, James. And yeah, I think that was fairly straightforward enough. Rossa didn't have to get too serious with Just Bring It, who saw off Choicia with the pair clear, H.
Yeah, that was quite taken, given that he was coming off that bit of a break. There was a question mark about the extra 3 pounds that he'd moved up in the handicap, but breaks well, sits in a prominent early position. Actually, he gets a little bit shuffled back when Ray of Colours goes forwards, but he's still only sitting 2.5, 3 lengths off the leaders, a little bit keen until everybody sort of slots in front of him, and in a good position. The nice thing is they sort of went a decent enough gallop up front, set by Constitution with Ray of Colours to the outside. Ray of Colours then sort of takes Joe around down onto the rail, and the filly Choicia sort of goes under Ross Coakley. She does tend to be forwardly raced, and I thought she's run really well on her handicap debut off the 84 marking. I think it's just one of those things. Unfortunately, she ran into one because both her and the winner Just Bring It were lengths clear of Tomahawk King back in 3rd. And the nice thing for all of these horses is these sort of levels of 3-year-old only handicaps, they do happen to have a couple a week, and they don't ever really totally fill, so you might be able to pot hunt a little bit for the next couple of weeks if you want to bring them out quite quickly. Nobody has entries going forward, but you know, you can enter one tomorrow if there's one next week. And I like this, that Rossa Ryan just pulls Just Bring It out, and there is a little bit of a it's not an immediate effect. He goes alongside the filly, and then it takes a little bit of time to get past her. And I like that she digs back in, but I like in the end there's never really a question that he's going to do it. His ears are flicking forward, like he's not totally putting this in or paying attention. And I think now, as a lot of the Hairy Angels, they tend to be quite big, bullish, mentally forward, and they can take a lot of racing that I'm sure Clive Cox, now particularly as he's brought this horse back on the beginning of March, will be planning a little bit of a what we can come next with.
Yeah, I think so. I think there's a similar race to be won here with Chazz at some point. I mean, that was a hardy run in second, as you say. I think she's just bumped into a horse who's very much on the right of the handicap at the moment.
Yes, because you want to know other races that aren't necessarily filling right now fillies handicaps. And this was her first run against the boys. She would have won by 3 or 4 lengths had it not been for this one particular boy. And I don't think her sex had anything to do with it whatsoever. But they can try and find another fillies handicap or find another one like this. I mean, she'd been running over 7. Her win was over 7. Stepping back up to a mile, I don't necessarily think she didn't see it out. I think the step up to a mile only helped Just Bring It. It didn't necessarily hurt her. So I mean, these sort of races, she's not going to go up very much for this. She's not going to go up for this. I would suggest probably stay on it. Just Bring It will go up a pound or 2 because they didn't win by very far. And then Tomahawk King, you can say he ran better, but that third is going to be a bit misleading considering it was 3rd of 5.
Yeah. Job well done, though, for Just Bring It, who's slowly getting the hang of things, going from strength to strength, and gets that first win on the board.
Love it when the trainer's there, though.
Yeah.
Clive always goes incognito, so you have to sort of look for him.
In the cap, yeah, absolutely. And Rossa just giving the debrief there. I think probably what he's going to say is, I didn't have to work too hard, really, to get that victory aboard Just Bring It. And I think there's going to be more to come from this horse in similar sort of handicaps going forward. 11 to 8 on, wins does Just Bring It the favourites. Rossa Ryan, Clive Cox, Atlantic Equine. Second was Chazz, 2 to 1, 3/4 lengths in between the front 2. And the winning time, 1:40.01, 3.11 seconds above standard. That was one of the quicker times on the night.